Hi everybody, Mrs. Danielson here, and today we're going to talk about order of operations. And order of operations is definitely something that you've talked about before, but it's something important that we're going to be using right off the get-go in this course. And so it's important that we review it, especially after this long summer. We need a refresher. So let's go ahead and go to my iPad where I already have some things set up and ready to go as we review our order of operations. Okay, so the order of operations, what that is if we have like a really complex equation or expression we need to solve, it's really important that we all solve it in the same order so that we get the same answer. And that's why we have order of operations. The way most of us know order of operations is by PEMDAS. So if I say order of operations, you might be like, I don't know. But if I say PEMDAS, then you're like, yeah, I know what that is, okay? So order of operations is PEMDAS. And PEMDAS stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. That's the order that you're going to tackle the equation when you have lots of things you need to do to it. To help us remember the order to do PEMDAS in, a lot of us remember PEMDAS by using please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, P-E-M-D-A-S. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. But there are other ones out there, and you may even just pick one of your own to help you remember P-E-M-D-A-S. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, so again, what it means is that when you get an expression, you have to do everything inside parentheses first. Then you go and tackle the exponents in the equation. After that, you go to multiplication and division. Now, multiplication and division are actually equal in importance. Just because multiplication comes before division in PEMDAS does not mean that you necessarily do multiplication first. Okay, when you get to multiplication and division, you actually do them from left to right in the equation. So if division comes first in the equation, then you would do division first. Okay, left to right, multiplication isn't necessarily more important than division. And the same thing is true with addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction are equal in importance. Okay, so if you get down to an equation where the only thing left is addition and subtraction, you just go left to right. And if that means subtraction comes first, then that's great. Okay, because subtraction is just as important as addition when you get down to those last two things. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I just want to do some practice problems to kind of refresh our memories and how to do order of operations properly. And we're going to start with some kind of simpler equations, then we're going to get to some more complex ones as well. Okay, so let's start off with some that just have a couple of operations in them. Okay, so this first one just has addition, subtraction, and division in it. Okay, so what you're going to do first on this one, right, is you're going to do division first because it comes in PEMDAS before addition and subtraction. So you're going to do that 12 divided by 2 first. Okay, so 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I'm going to replace the 12 divided by 2 with a 6. Okay, and then you leave the 16 and 4 the way they are. Okay, so I just took this right here and replaced it with the 6. Okay, now all I have left is subtraction and addition. And like I mentioned before, the addition and subtraction are equal in importance. So although addition comes before subtraction in PEMDAS, in this equation from left to right, subtraction comes first. So you're just going to do left to right. So you're going to do 16 minus 6, which is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. And that is your answer. Okay. All right. Hopefully that's coming back to you really quick. Okay, let's go ahead and step up. We're just going to step it up a bit more in difficulty. Okay, so now we're going to do 100 times 2 divided by 40 minus 16 divided by 4. Okay, so this still just has multiplication and division, addition and subtraction, but it's more complicated because there's more in it, right? It's a more complex equation, it's just longer. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is multiplication and division from left to right. Okay, so the first thing we hit when we're going left to right is 100 times 2. Okay, so 100 times 2 is 200. And then the rest of this equation, I'm just going to rewrite like that. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to hit for multiplication and division is 200 divided by 40. And 200 divided by 40 is 5. Okay. Still working on multiplication and division, 16 divided by 4, which is 4. Okay, and then 5 minus 4 is 1, and that's our answer. Okay, so not too bad, just lots of multiplication and division in that one. Okay, now what I want to do here is I want to add, okay, some exponents to our word. Okay, let's add some exponents here. Okay, 56 minus 12 squared divided by 6 plus 4. Okay, so we don't have any parentheses yet. Don't worry about that, so no P. Now, E in PEMDAS is exponents. So that's the next thing we do. And we do have an exponent in this one. We have 12 squared. So we do that first. Okay, so 12 squared is 144. And then just rewrite everything else. We're not doing anything else on that step. Okay, so no parentheses. We took care of the exponent. Next comes multiplication and division. And we do have some division there, right here, right? 144 divided by 6. Okay, and 144 divided by 6 is 24. Leaving us with just subtraction and addition, which we just do from left to right. So 56 minus 24 is 32, and 32 plus 4 is 36, and we're done. Okay, and don't forget, when we're watching a video, you can always slow down for a minute by pausing the video. If you're taking notes, maybe catch up, take a little break, all right? It's okay, rewind the video if you want to, okay? Take the videos at your own pace. That's what's nice about the videos. Okay, I have 2 more problems. I'm gonna do one more problem that has some parentheses. And then I have a problem that I want you to challenge yourself with, where I'm gonna have you pause the video and try to solve it on your own. And then we're gonna see if we get the same solution. Okay, so first let's do this one that has some parentheses. Okay, I've got a 65 times 2 minus 32 divided by 4. Okay, so this one has the P in PEMDAS. It has the parentheses. So what that means, you do everything inside the parentheses first. Okay, so that 296 is just gonna kind of hang out there for a little while, right? Well, we do all that stuff in the parentheses first. Okay, so let's take a look at the parentheses. And inside the parentheses there, I have a multiplication, a subtraction, and a division. So I'm going to take care of the multiplication and division first inside the parentheses. So 65 times 2 is 130. And 32 divided by 4 is 8. Okay, now I'm still not quite done with the parentheses yet, right? So I've got to do 130 minus 8, which is 122. And now that I'm down to just a number, I can get rid of the parentheses. Okay, now 296 minus 122, that would be 174. And you're done. Okay, all right, so now we've kind of played around a little bit with everything, right? The P, the E, the M, the E, M, and the D, and the A and the S, okay? So now I'm gonna give you kind of a challenging one, and then I want you to pause the video, and I want you to try to do it on your own, okay? And then we'll see if we get the same answer. And this one is a challenging one. It is long, okay? So it's gonna be a little bit of work, but I believe in you. I think you can handle it, okay? I really want you to try doing it on your own first before you see the answer, okay? That's the problem. Okay, try doing this independently. Pause the video. And let's see if you can do it. Okay, we're playing the video again. Hopefully that means that you've got an answer. Okay, let's see if it's the same answer that I get, right? That's, I'm sure we did. Okay, let's do the parentheses first, the P. So everything inside the parentheses. Okay, inside the parentheses, I have a couple of exponents. Okay, so we're gonna do those exponents inside the parentheses first. So I'm just gonna rewrite this stuff right here. Okay, so 7 squared is 49, and 10 squared is 100. Okay, still working on the parentheses, right? Everything in the parentheses first. In the parentheses, I have addition and I have division. Okay, so I've got to do the division first. I'm just going to rewrite this because we haven't gotten to that yet. And 100 divided by 25 is 4. Okay, still not quite done with the parentheses yet, right? What is 49 plus 4? It's 53, so I can take that out of the parentheses now. All right, no parentheses. Now we're moving on to the E, right, in PEMDAS, exponents. We do have an exponent, right? We have 20 squared, so that has to come next. 20 squared is 400. Okay, so now I have division and addition. Okay, division comes next. So 400 divided by 100 is 4. And last step, add those up and you get 57. Did you get 57? I hope you got 57. And if you didn't get 57, I'm sure you were very, very close. And you'd get 57 next time. I believe in you. I'm sure you were very close to the right answer if you didn't get it next time. All right, thank you everybody for joining me today on Order of Operations.